Hello and welcome to season 4, episode 6 of the Peloton People podcast. Today is a really exciting day for me because I get to meet a Peloton People person that I've sort of known forever and ever, but we've never talked. So this is going to be really, really fun. So today my guest is Cindy Katske. Do I have that name? Do I have that right, Cindy?
Perfect.
And so Cindy, hi, welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome for having me. This is
Yeah, this is
fun.
gonna be awesome. So Cindy, I looked her up before I came on today, and lifetime she's done 9,580 workouts, and that to me that's amazing, Cindy. And you do like a little bit of everything,
I
like what?
try.
Now, what's your favorite, or do you just like to have a balance?
I think I like to have a balance. I love the bike. I love the tread. I'm not a runner, so I do walks and hikes. But I love the tread. I try to do more yoga, and I'm sort of streaky on that. But one of the reasons why my number is so high is because I do meditations twice a day.
Okay.
So I have dry eyes, so I have this warm eye compress that I use for 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening, and it's perfect for a meditation because you have your eyes closed anyway. So I do a meditation in the morning to get my day going, and then I do a night meditation while I'm trying to fall asleep.
So, have you noticed your meditations? Have they evolved over the years? I mean, the reason I ask this is because when I meditate, I really get almost nothing out of it, and I don't know. I don't know what I want out of it. I don't know what I'm looking
Mhm.
for. Now, I feel like in restorative yoga, sometimes I get to that place where I want to be in meditation, but I can't get there in meditation. What is your strategy for that? Or like what are you looking for out of your meditation sessions?
Well, it can be hard. And to be honest, there's some days where I just can't get my mind off my to-do list or something that's happening, or, my mind just keeps going back there. But I think the point with meditation is to sort of meet yourself where you are. And if you find your mind wandering, you try to gently draw it back to whatever you're doing, the breath, or it's always a good idea to come back to your breath, even if they're saying something else. If you just focus on breathing in and breathing out, it's like, you reconnect with your body in that way.
Hmm.
But it's a challenge some days for sure.
Have, have you gotten better over the years at it? I mean,
I think so.
okay. I just feel like I'm supposed to feel something when I meditate, and I just don't. It's kind of embarrassing. I still try it. Have you tried the new Breathworks app that Peloton's
No,
on?
I
It's pretty
haven't.
good. It focuses, just like it says, just on breathing.
Yeah.
Breathing in and out,
Yep.
and it's pretty good. You should try that. It's included with the membership.
I will. I'll
So
give it a try.
now back to Peloton. I love to hear like people's origin stories. So how did you get into Peloton? And let's start there first.
So I've been a bike rider for a long time. Really, I had a bike as a kid, and then in college, I rode my bike for exercise and to lose weight. And then I got married and had kids, and my husband was interested in bike riding too. So we both got an outdoor bike, and we started riding together, and it was great. And the bike shop we would go to it was a Greg LeMond indoor spin bike. And I also took a lot of spin classes too, in addition to riding outside. And so I've always been a bike rider, and I never bought that Greg LeMond spin bike. It was just a plain bike. It didn't have a screen or classes or anything, but I
Uh-huh.
always looked at that. And then for a long time, I worked freelance from home so I could be involved with my kids and everything. And then in December of 2017, I got a full-time office job, which is sitting a lot. And I tried to keep up with my workouts. And I've always been a workout person, always. You know, I even when I would like fall off the wagon, I would always come back because I always feel better when I'm working out. So it was frustrating to me because now I had this job for like 9 hours a day sitting at a desk, and I was too tired at night and hard to get up in the morning to exercise. I just didn't have the motivation I needed. And so it was funny because that fall, the next fall, I said to my husband, I think I know what I want for Christmas, because I had heard of the Peloton. And I told him, and he said, well, guess what? I just ordered one for you.
Oh,
So
wow.
so he gave it to me for Christmas 2018. And the rest, you know what they say, is history. I loved it.
Did you
Loved
love
it.
it from the get-go? Did you love it like right
I
away?
I did. And the funny thing is, I think after like my first, I think it was 7 rides, when I saw the Discover Your Power Zones, I had no idea what it was, but it was intriguing to me. So I said, I'm going to try it. So I did. And I absolutely loved it. And I became obsessed with Power Zones, and Matt Wilpers was my go-to. And back then, I think it was just Matt and Dennis. I think, I
Might have
think,
been.
I think maybe they were the only ones. I'm not sure,
So
but
this is 2018 or 2019?
2019,
Okay. Yeah, you
2019.
go way back. Anybody before COVID is, an
Yeah.
OG for sure. So
Yeah. And
now are you happy with how the company's progressed? I hear like a lot of like old time people like long for the old days, but for
well,
me, I came in at COVID and yeah, what's your opinion on that?
I'm not really one of the OGs. I mean, there's people who were there when there were like, 10 people in a class, or,
Yeah.
50 people in a class, and everybody would get shout outs all the time. And I do miss my shout outs. I like shout outs, but I understand it's just so big they can't possibly get to them all. I understand it's got to change and evolve, and I think in some ways it's good, but in other ways, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm sort of the same way. Although I've been really happy with all the stuff. I complain sometimes, but all in
Hmm.
all, I look at what all they've added, and they've just
Yeah.
added so much more every
Yes.
single year. And
Yes.
and I mean, I love it. Like I know like some people that have took classes, at the very beginning, they complain sometimes that, I guess all the classes used to be like 45 minutes long at least. So, I think a lot of people miss those longer type
Yeah.
classes. And do you still have that original bike? Is that what you're still riding?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You think you'll ever jump up to the Bike Plus?
I don't know. I haven't really been inclined to do it so far, because the one I've got is good. And I don't. I have it in a room down in my basement, and there's really not. I don't do boot camps because I don't really have floor space to do the strength portion of it. So I
Hmm.
don't really need a swivel screen. And it's just, I'd have to like literally run up the stairs and do my workout where I have room, the strength portion, and then run back downstairs. So I don't really need the swivel. So I'm good with it.
Yeah, I can see that. I think you would like the Plus just because it's so great with Power Zone classes.
I
It
know I
just
would. I don't really do a lot of Power Zone anymore.
oh, that's funny. I haven't ever talked to somebody that evolved away from Power Zone classes.
Yeah, I think because I did it so early, and I did so many of the Power Zone challenges. It was probably, I want to say, maybe a year and a half or 2 years that I really did almost solely Power Zone. But I missed a lot of the other content that I really wanted to do. So I got away from the Power Zone, and I started doing more strength and started doing more yoga. And then I got the tread. So it becomes harder and harder to devote that much time, for me to devote that much time to the bike. And I am, at this point, I'm 63, and my body doesn't it's just not the same as it was in those early days. And I worry about pushing myself too hard.
Uh-huh.
I'm no longer really interested in, getting that higher FTP or pushing myself to the limit. My mindset is different. My body doesn't, it doesn't always like to do what my mind wants it to do. So I'm really
Right.
trying to reset my priorities and what I'm looking for. So nowadays I like the shorter workouts.
Uh-huh.
I like the shorter rides. I like the shorter classes. I can stack them if I want longer. But in the beginning, I did an awful lot of 45-minute classes. That's for
That's really
sure.
cool. Now, as like you're just a few years older than me, I'm really I'm catching it. I'm closing in on you quickly. Um, it- w- when did you really start noticing like real changes? Like
I would say around 60.
around 60. Okay,
Yeah,
still
yeah.
got a
And
year or
because
so.
I also um I had a problem with my back, which I had never had before, and never ever. I threw my back out, and it's just awful. And it's happened several times, and sometimes doing the dumbest things, like I was putting my workout shorts on one time, and I tweaked my back. It's like,
Oh
are
my
you
goodness.
kidding me? So I have to be really careful about that.
Yeah.
And so that really has a lot of impact. That and more in the strength area, I have to be careful.
Uh-huh. Well, it
But
sounds like you're really body aware. And first of all, I would never guess that you were 63. And I'm usually pretty good with ages, but I
thank
would
you.
never ever guess that's pretty
Thanks.
amazing. I mean, you can tell you're fit. Now, outside of Peloton, do you do other stuff? Do you still bike ride outside outdoors?
I do. I do. I've been doing it less and less, but actually it's supposed to be in the upper 60s here today. So I'm thinking of going for a ride this afternoon outside.
Now, how long will your outdoor rides be these days?
Well, these days I have a 10-mile loop that I do.
Okay.
Uh, and so that's pretty much what I've done all year. I used to ride much farther. I had like a 16, 18, 20 mile, different routes I would ride. But as I get older, I'm doing shorter.
Yeah, I think that's really neat. So, I mean, so I guess mobility is kind of your long-term goal, I would imagine, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would say so. And strength.
Uh-huh.
And there was the question about posed on Peloton people of what kind of workouts would you like to see? And I said specific plans for menopausal women, and
Mhm.
lo and behold, like right after that, they came out with a collection, which was awesome.
I know I would
So,
like to say we have some pull, but I think it was just pure coincidence. But I will say, like on 2 or 3 weeks ago on the show, Anderson was on, and he complained about his bike repair taking so long, and right after that, they moved his time up, so he's getting his
oh,
bike repaired. I think this week instead of sometime in November. So
that's right.
so maybe somebody from Peloton does watch. That would be kind of cool to think
Yeah,
that anyway. But who
yeah,
who knows? So,
yeah,
but yeah,
yeah.
that's cool. So have you been doing those classes?
So I hadn't done them until you asked me to be on the show, and I was like, well, I better do some so I can
In
talk
case I
about
ask,
them.
yeah. And
So
how was it?
so this is interesting. So I did one bike class, one strength class, and one tread class from the collection this week. And I have to say, so the bike class I loved, and it's called uh, what's it called? Sprint intensity,
Okay.
which like kind of scared me because it sounds like it's like hit, and I don't know if that's really my bag these days. But it was a class that Christine did. And I swear years ago, she did a class like this. And I think it was called a Power Zone class, probably a Power Zone Max. But it's
Hmm.
a very, very different kind of class where the whole class is very low intensity. You get warmed up, and then you come to a complete stop, you crank your resistance way up, and then you just go. And she wants you to get, well, she called out 50 to 60 resistance. And I think it was 105 to 120 cadence. So it's like starting a sprint where you just go with everything you got, but it's short. It's like she did 15 seconds. And then you have 2 minutes of very easy pedaling to cool down. And then I think there were 5 of those in the ride. And so it's really fun. It's fun to see how much output you can get when you do that. So I loved it. I loved it. I'll be doing more of those.
Now, is that just like a program, or is that going to be ongoing classes that are dropping, or do you know?
Called right now they have it as a collection. So hopefully they'll add more classes to the collection, especially if people take them and enjoy them. But I did actually, I think I did 2 strength classes with Jocelyn Thompson Rule, and those were good. Those were good. Good workouts. One was 20 minutes and one was 30 minutes. And then I did, they don't have any walk or hike classes. They have a walk plus run, and they have a run. I think it's a HIIT run. But I did the walk plus run. But when I do those, I'm not a runner. And now, especially now, because I'm body aware, I don't want to overdo it. And just the pounding is just, it's not good for my back. It's not good for my knees. It's just not good. So for me,
right, I understand.
So I crank up the resistance. I cranked it up to the incline. I cranked it up to 10 to do the run part. So
that's nice. Great. And speaking of like the walk and the hikes on Peloton, those are no joke. I mean,
no.
I tried to do one last week, and I think I said on the show last week, it was 10 minutes at 8 or 10 or 12. I can't remember. It was just so I couldn't even do it. I couldn't keep up.
Really
hard. I had to lower it.
Yeah.
So, and I kind of am. I mean, I still feel like I'm a runner. I'm not really a runner. I'm a jogger, but in my mind, I'm still a runner. And so, and I've been actually running quite a bit lately. So, but you're right. It's probably not. One of these days I'll probably have to switch over to the walking and hiking, which is no. There's no shame in that. Like I said, those hikes are harder than almost any run I do. I mean, at least for me. So
yeah.
I don't know. Well, that's kind of cool. And did you say there was a yoga class too in that collection, or?
I don't think so. I think it's just the 3: the bike, the tread, and the strength at this point.
That's pretty cool. I really like that. Now, if you had to pick only one, the bike or the treadmill, which would you pick right now?
That's hard.
I know, that's a tough question.
I feel like the tread is more versatile. And you can always do that. So
yeah. I'm the same way. I would pick the tread over the bike. I love the bike. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but I would pick the tread.
And every time I try to do 3 strength workouts a week, and every time I do a strength workout, they do a little warm up, but I want to do a better warm up. So I've been going on the tread and just doing either a 5 or 10 minute warm up walk just to get my body ready. And I avoid the bike because then I got to put the shoes on and take the shoes off, and it's just a little more of a process, and I just want to get going. So I just hop right on the tread.
Same here. Now, do you do any other fitness outside of Peloton besides bike rides?
No.
Okay.
No, it's all been Peloton.
And then would you like to see any other changes to Peloton these days?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they've almost come up with everything I can think of.
Yeah.
There's really not a whole lot that I can think of. I did pose a question today. I said, if you could create any Peloton class or theme, or program, what would it be? And we actually had a couple of comments. I'll see if I can look those up real quick. Kathy Yoakum said she would like to see. Hang on, where's my comments? She said she would like to see the Jess King's Rocky Horror Picture Show ride for Halloween brought back and updated. So I thought that was kind of cool. It's getting
Yes.
through Halloween time. And
Yes.
Kate Franny said a climb, ride, and hike for 9/11. That's a kind of an interesting idea.
That's great. I
Yeah.
like it.
And then Tiffany Cortez says, I haven't read this one yet. Sprint interval training classes like the one Christine does, but on the row.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So RK has done some step classes in her low impact cardio classes, and I would love if she would do those regularly.
I'll
Yeah,
have to
Rebecca
take a look
Kennedy's
at
done some
those.
good stuff. Yeah. And
I'm
then
an old step class person.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I bet a bunch of people are.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's
I was thinking,
fun. It's actually fun.
yep. And then I said I would love a marathon plan based on pace targets. They have a marathon plan in there, but it's not pace target based.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I would also like to see pace targets in the walk run classes. Do you like the pace targets in the walk classes?
Yes, I love
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I do too. I think
Yeah.
they're right now. I
Yeah.
only do like level 3, by the way, but I love it. That's just perfect for me because when I'm just cranking out walking, I'd rather be jogging. That's just me. So I'm
Yeah.
not a very good fast walker. I don't enjoy it.
Neither am I.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
So
daughter doesn't like it.
any themes, programs, anything like that you would like to see?
I don't know. I definitely like to see more of the new collection that they did for the menopause one.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know. I think they do a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think so too. All
Yeah.
right, now we're going to get off topic just a little bit and
Okay.
media of the week. So anything
Oh,
good you're reading, watching, listening to right now that you would recommend to people?
so I don't really have a lot of time for that kind of stuff. It's terrible. But we've been watching the new season of Only Murders in the Building, which
Okay,
is
okay.
that's one of my husband and I, it's one of our favorite shows. We absolutely love it. And this season is turning out to be a good one. I think the last season wasn't so great, but this one is great.
Oh,
So,
that's good. I started. My wife watches that, and I saw bits and pieces of season 1, and it's always been on my list to watch. I just haven't done it yet. But I remember
oh,
one time in season 1, I think it was where he goes. They were talking about their podcast, and he
yeah.
goes, how because they were trying to get an investor or something. He goes, how many subscribers do you have or listeners? And he goes, we have 10. I think Steve Martin said that, and then the other guy goes, is that good? It's just one thing that really stood out to me. So
Yeah.
that's a good show. I gotta see that. Anything else recently?
So I read about this new show
Mhm.
called The Chair Company. Have you heard about it?
No.
I just scrolling, I came across it. So I was like, we got to watch this. It's a brand new show. And we watched the first episode and my husband just did not like it. It was pretty weird. It's about this guy who works in a company that develops shopping malls. And he's been named the new head of this new mall they're developing. He's like the guy.
Hmm.
And they had this big company-wide presentation and he's up on the stage. He said a few words and he went back to his seat, and his chair broke and he fell flat on the ground in front of everybody.
Oh
And
my.
it like totally freaked him out. So he starts like obsessing about this chair company. And so it's they called it a comedy, but it's not a comedy. It's like I hate when they do that. They
Yeah.
call a show a comedy and it's just there was nothing funny about it really. But it looks like it could be interesting, but my husband is kind of not, he's not interested. So I'll have to watch that one on my own. We try to watch something together,
Uh-huh.
but that one's not for him. But I think people should try it. It's
Okay.
only the first, I think it's like an old fashioned show where one comes out a week or something.
What's it on? What platform is it on?
I was afraid you would ask that. I can't remember.
Okay. I'll have to look that up. That sounds pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about Peloton teams a little bit. So they
Okay.
have like the team thing that they have going on now. Have you ever gone to Peloton teams at all, Cindy?
I haven't really looked at it.
It's gotten so much better. than it used to be. So like if I go on here, it's under community on your app. I'm just on my
Okay.
phone app right
Yeah,
now.
I'm looking.
And you can see teams and
Oh yeah,
so
so the Peloton People team, yes, I've looked at that. I've participated in that.
yeah, so if like you click on that, then you'll get like weekly weekly stats. Like right
Yep.
now in our group, I'm 40th. I'm not sure where you're at. And I did
Oh, I
3
just
hours and 54 minutes last week.
Yep.
But now you can do some neat things on the feed, like Louise wrote on here. This is probably my favorite class of all time. I did this one this morning and sang entirely too loudly through the whole class. And it was Leanne's 30-minute wicked ride from 121 2021. So, and then you can just click on it and go right to that class. So it's a really great place to recommend classes and,
Well,
go
that's
on here and see what
awesome.
people are recommending. I
Yes.
mean, you can scroll through here. Daniel's got some stuff on here. Tiffany looks like that she's got a couple of recommendations. So it's just really neat anytime you take something that's really good. And then they'll have like weekly stats on here that are really cool. And so I mean, it's just gotten better and better. And I say all this because if you're not on the, come to the Peloton People team if you want, but there's also a lot of cool teams too. Like the instructors have teams now, and they've just added a lot of different groups. So, check that out. And also there's challenges. Like Daniel put up a challenge right now, 90 workouts in 30 days, which you would be perfect for that.
I just
Cindy.
joined it.
Yeah. You'd be perfect for that, because you do at least, with your meditations, you do at least that many, workouts in a month. So I think I'm like 9 out of 90, but there's 22 days left.
Yeah.
So we'll see how I probably won't make it, but you can go on there and create a challenge. Anybody in the group can create a challenge. And so it's just all sorts of fun stuff. I think, so many of our people anyway, like prefer, Facebook groups have like such a big lead on something like this.
Yeah.
But this is kind of neat. I just don't think a lot of people have really looked at it or checked it out. So I just wanted to mention that. And really one of the big reasons is because they just had a Peloton, they just had a team member meeting on Friday, and Kate and her husband Brandon represented us there, and they did a lot of focus group stuff. I'll try to get Kate to come on and talk about it, but
That'd be great.
she probably can't talk about all the focus group stuff, but some stuff she could talk about. Like they got to do a class with Hannah Corbin, a 30-minute ride, and I did it here at home because it was a live ride, and it was hard. Like Hannah rides aren't usually that hard, and it was really hard. And Brandon, Kate's husband, smoked me. And also in the class, also there in the class was Erica, who's been on the show a few times, Erica McLean.
Oh, nice.
And I think she smoked everybody. She is just an animal on the bike.
Yeah,
I mean, just an animal.
Yeah.
And but some of the highlights of the day, besides getting to do that, is they did like a nutrition class with Olivia. And Olivia made everybody smoothies. So I thought that was kind of cool. So
that sounds like fun.
I know. And they got a picture with Olivia, and Olivia looks like she's about 4 feet tall. I mean, she looks so tiny.
She's tiny.
Yeah, like little bitty. So anyway, so I'm glad Kate got to do that and got to represent us. And I can't wait to talk to her about it. But I texted her a little bit, and she was telling me how fun it was. So
that's great.
That will be good. But I had to just throw that in there. And while I'm talking about that, the Peloton People Facebook group, come join us there. We post not a ton, but it's pretty good stuff. We have pretty fun over there, and it's a really nice group too. So
yes,
if you're not going to be nice, don't come. But it really is a nice group. So
yes, everybody is super nice. There's no meanness there ever.
I know, I don't even know how that happened. I mean, I guess we'll get meanness someday, and then we'll have to address it. But if for the most part, it is just like, it's the nicest people in the world, and everybody's so welcoming. That's been one of the coolest things about doing this, is just the community that's grown up around it. And like a couple of weeks ago when Kathy Oakham and Shelly Heath met in person, I just love that stuff. I love it. I love it so much. So anyway, that was kind of cool. Here's another neat little thing. Andrea Williams, her user board is with Brave Wings, I believe, and she's been a Peloton people person forever. As a matter of fact, she was our first member ever of the Facebook group. And anyway, I bring her up because she got married, I think it was last weekend, to her longtime boyfriend Cody. So I can't remember her new last name, but anyway, so congratulations to Andrea and Cody. I thought that was huge. So anyway, how long you been married now?
So it's 38 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I guess, how long have I been married? I guess I'm 26, 27 years now, maybe 26, maybe. I can't remember, but somewhere around there. It's a lot. So what's the success of 38 years?
So people ask me what's the secret to a good marriage, and my answer, and I know it sounds a little weird, but it's pick the right person, marry the right person. And if you marry the right person, you can work through anything.
No, I guess that's true. Huh. All right. But now if you pick the wrong person, your advice isn't going to work.
No. No, then I got nothing.
I got you. Okay. Let's see.
I really believe that, but
yeah, I think, I mean, that sounds great to me. Anyway, I guess I've made it a long time too. I don't know what my secret is. I guess I really don't have a secret. My advice to people is just relationships are hard, they just are. They take a lot of work and a lot of patience and a lot of compromise and just, they're just hard. So anyway, but worth it, so worth it. Okay, so let's see. There's rumor that Ash Pryor to maybe start teaching Pilates classes after the first of the year. Pello Buddy had this on their thing, and I guess Robin kind of said something in a class that kind of alluded to it. But on the on-demand, they took that part out. So, who knows what that means. But that would be pretty good. You don't row at all, do you, Cindy?
No.
Yeah, Ash she's really fun. She's a fun instructor. I think she would be good. And then, this is pretty cool news too, as I'm going down the news. I made it to the pool last week. I've been wanting to go to the swimming pool forever and ever. And so Anderson, he's a member of the Y in Nashville. Beautiful Y, by the way. And I was hoping to get him to come on today to talk about it, but he's not here. But anyway, I went to Nashville Tuesday last week, and we went and swam at the Y, and then went and had lunch afterwards. So that was so much fun. I really want to swim once a week. It's really hard for me to get to a pool because the closest one's probably 20 minutes, 25 minutes away. But I really want to start doing that for some reason. And I don't even know why I want to swim so bad. I only made it like 15 minutes,
swimming is hard.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, once you know how to do it, it's not really that hard. It was just tiring, but I really, really, really enjoyed it. So he and I are going to try to do it once a month. And then I want to do it just on my own once a week. So that's kind of something I'm wanting to do outside of my Peloton stuff. So we'll see. I've also always wanted to hike at the farm here. And when I came here, that was my goal, like to go on a short hike every day. And I got great trails here. I got mountains, hills, whatever, you name it, we've got it. Nice. And I go on so few hikes, Cindy. It is unbelievable. So I really want to do.
Why is that?
I don't know. I get up in the morning and it's just like, regular work, Airbnb work, running the farm, mowing the yard, doing weed eating. I mean, it's just like so much. And it's so kind of by the end of the day, I'm just tired. It's just like, but I want to really start doing that, especially now that it's fall. It's just so pretty outside.
Yes.
And I love going for walks anyway. So I'm going to make that a priority too. So it's kind of hard because I can't do all that I want to do. And I struggle. I struggle with that.
Yes. Yeah.
Like how do you pick your classes? Like because you do a lot. So how do you decide what you're going to do?
So I kind of have a schedule where I do strength Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then Tuesday or Thursday, I'll either do a longer tread class or on the bike. And then weekends, I had a stretch of like 6 weekends in a row when I was away. So I'm like completely off my schedule. So I got to figure that out. Again, what I want to do on the weekends. But I've been struggling. I've got to find one of the strength programs to do, like either Andy's or Rebecca's. I got to find one that kind of dovetails with what I like and what I want to do. I really don't like any of the classes that have AMRAPs, because I feel like AMRAPs make you try to go faster than you should, and your form falls off. And for me, I'm so worried about injuring myself. I can't be racing to finish sets. I don't like the jumping around too much either. I'm just so worried about injuring myself, because it doesn't take much these days. So I had been doing the pump up the volume, what are they called, programs, and I did 2 of those, and they were okay, but I've got to find something else, because I don't think I'm going to continue with those. It's just
Now,
not.
speaking of classes and stuff, do you choose classes based on music at all?
No.
Okay, that's interesting.
No, I really don't. And when I ride on the bike, I almost always do a Bradley Rose ride. He's my
Oh,
favorite.
okay, yeah.
He's so goofy and funny and genuine. I love him. And then, can you guess who's my favorite on the tread based upon that?
John Hoskins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I figured.
love
They
John.
kind of remind me. They're very similar.
Yes. So I almost always will do a John class on the tread,
Okay.
because they just make me happy.
Jenny McLaughlin in our group yesterday posted that Bradley's Hallmark movie was on last night on the Hallmark channel.
That, and I missed it. I have not watched it.
Haven't seen it yet either. I think I'd like to see that. So
yes.
yeah. He used to do a lot of act. Well, I don't know if it was a lot of acting, but he used to be an actor. So
Yes.
I would love to see
him.
that. I think my wife's seen it and she said it was good, but
I
haven't watched that. So that's kind of cool. Now, what kind of music do you like? What's your favorite type of music?
Well, I'm a Deadhead, right?
Oh yeah. That's right. I kind of forgot about that.
So I like a little bit of everything, I would say, although I gravitate towards 70s and 80s mostly, because that's when I was younger and growing up. I do, Dennis has some jam band rides, which are fun. Andy likes that kind of music too, and he'll throw in some Grateful Dead and some other jam bands in his class.
Did you ever get to see the Dead?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes, when I was in college, I saw them in the 80s.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I saw them a bunch of times.
Wow. Where'd you go to school?
I went to Bates College in Maine.
Okay. Yeah, see, the Dead never really came around here that much, so I never got to see them in concert. I would have loved to. Okay, favorite Dead song?
Eyes of the World.
Eyes of the World. That's a good one.
Yes.
Mine is 100% Wharf Rat. I
love Wharf Rat.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go listen to it today now because you brought that up. So wow, that's amazing. You don't meet many Deadheads out there.
No. In the world. And now my latest obsession is because Dead and Company isn't really playing anymore. Oh, I did go to see them at the Sphere in Las Vegas.
How was that?
Oh my God, it was unbelievable. That Sphere, if anybody has a chance to go, you should go. It's so incredible. It's not like anything anywhere else. They even have haptic seats so that you can feel through the seats what's going on. It's so cool.
How many people does that place sit?
I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's pretty big.
So big. Yeah, it looks so big.
It is pretty big. But the Dead and Company show, it was just the best thing I've ever seen, entertainment-wise, in person. It was just unbelievable.
Did they have any original members in it?
They do. They have Mickey Hart, who's a
Okay.
percussionist, and Bob Weir.
Okay. Yeah.
And the way they started their show was they showed you a scene of San Francisco, the house in the Haight-Ashbury where they used to live, and then the camera pans up and starts to rise up above the city, and you 100% feel like you're moving. I could have sworn that the whole sphere was rising. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
It's incredible, and it goes all the way up into space, and it was just unbelievable.
Now, were there a lot of young people there, or was it mainly older people?
There was all ages.
Yeah, I think the Dead just speaks to like so many different age groups
Yeah,
out
yeah,
there still. So I love it. I think that's
yeah.
so cool,
So,
man.
but now my new obsession is there's another jam band, which is they're from Connecticut. They're called Goose,
Hmm.
and I'm a huge fan of their music.
Okay,
So that's my latest thing.
Goose,
And
Goose.
yep,
Okay, I'm gonna
yep.
check them out.
And actually, Dennis has played. I know there's one of their songs he's put in a couple of his classes
Okay,
because they have some really inspirational lyrics, which are nice.
that is cool. Now, have you gone to New York to take any classes at Peloton?
I did before COVID. I went to two classes. I did two milestone rides with both with Matt.
Okay,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah, yep.
that is really
I
cool.
did. I think I did 100 and 300. I think I did in studio,
That is,
but it was the old studio. I haven't been to the new one yet.
I've only been once, and it was super nice, super nice.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
But
Okay,
I'm close enough that I can go pretty much anytime,
how
where
far from the city are you?
it's about an hour and a half.
Okay. So do you just hop on a train when you want to go? Is
We
that the
hop
way to
on a
do it?
train or we drive.
Okay.
Yeah, either way.
I think the Peloton studios are pretty close to Penn Station. If I was looking on
Mm,
the map correctly, it looked
I
like it's only a couple of blocks from there. So I don't know. I've never been on a train like that ever because we don't have trains like that here in the South. So I mean there
Yeah,
are some, but more in the bigger cities. So
yeah.
that's something I've always thought would be kind of cool to do. But
I
anyway.
worked in New York for a few years, and I took the train in every day.
Oh wow.
And you would think it would be like a nice, easy way to get to work, but it's exhausting.
Is it really? Is it just having to drive to the train, then wait for the train, and then get on? Is it all that, or
Well, you would think just sitting there is easy. And I used to fall asleep on the train all the time. But your day is so exhausting going into the city, I guess. I guess it's
yeah?
just everything wrapped all together.
Well, and then when you're adding 2 to 3 hours onto your day, commuting,
Mhm.
that's a lot.
Yeah, for me, it was an hour and 45 minutes door to door each way,
That's too long of a day.
every day. Yeah.
How many years did you do that for?
Only a few,
Wow.
like 3 or 4. Yeah.
Yikes. No, I would not have enjoyed that. Although I did enjoy New York City. I thought it was pretty cool. Everybody needs to go there once.
Yes. I love
It,
New York.
it's almost a Peloton Halloween class time. Do you like the Peloton Halloween classes?
I do.
Yeah, I do too. I
I love
really do.
I love the costumes.
Yeah, me too. I know I'll jump on some of those for sure. Okay, so anyway, Peloton's also announced recently, they've got all their new equipment coming out. And I'm not really that excited about it unless I got to upgrade, someday just to change my stuff out. My
Me too.
bike is really the only thing I have right now that's not under warranty still. And so, if something ever went wrong there and it was really expensive, then I might upgrade
Me
that. But
too.
but they've come out with a Peloton Pro Series, and this is for gyms and that sort of thing. Hotels, I think we've all been to hotels that have a Peloton that doesn't work. So
Mhm.
these are made by are done with Precor, but they're just commercial versions of the new equipment that they just
Mhm.
released. And they got me thinking, it was like, when you and I since we have an Airbnb here and stuff, I don't really, it's our gym's up in the top of a barn. So really somebody's got to kind of be sort of mobile for me to be comfortable to let them up there, but anybody can use it. And so, and occasionally somebody will. And I was just thinking it would be really nice to have a really, durable piece. I'm not saying that Pelotons aren't durable, but like a commercial grade treadmill or something like that might be really nice, because as little as it's used, it would probably last forever, I would think.
Yeah, I would think so.
But I went online to look at it, and you got to like send off for a quote. I don't even know how much this stuff cost, or even if you could get it, one-offs. I guess you probably could get it one-offs and two-offs, but I would really be kind of curious as to that. I just from the durability standpoint. But you've got a bike from 2018, and it's still going strong, so that's pretty cool.
Yep. You should contact them and get a price.
Yeah, I think I will. I'm just curious. Not that I'm going to do anything, and that's one reason I hadn't gone. I don't want to really waste anybody's time, but I couldn't just find a price, just going online. I was just curious about it, because, if I was going to get one of the new bikes or the new bike Pro Series, is that even an option to get the commercial grade? I don't know. I think if it's if it wasn't like double the price, it might be worth it. I don't know. Okay, so Chat GPT integration is coming to Peloton this year, so that is kind of interesting. Do you use Chat GPT at all?
I don't really.
I play around with it. Around with it, and I like it. I do. I think it does some neat things. The theme song I do on the audio version of the show.
Yes.
I don't use Chat GPT. I have used Chat GPT a time or two, but I do use AI. And I love it for stuff like that, because I could never afford to pay somebody weekly to do a song for me. I couldn't do it. And just some of the stuff like that, I'm kind of amazed at some of the stuff you can do, like the other day I was having trouble getting in touch with my doctor, and I was asking it some questions about an issue I was having, and it gave me good advice. It was just like, come on, it's just kind of weird. So I introduced it to my dad, by the way, my dad, who turns 87. What's today?
The 19th.
20. So on Tuesday, he turns 87. And I introduced ChatGPT to him, and he loves it. He loves it. So my dad's a real inquisitive guy, though. He likes to study all sorts of things. So he uses it like so much where it'll run out and it'll say, you need a subscription. So I'm like, let's not get a subscription.
Good for him.
Yeah, I know, but he really likes it. I kind of do too. So I think it'll be kind of neat.
Do we know how they're going to integrate it?
I don't know, but I think it's going to be like, it's probably going to be like within ChatGPT. I really don't know. I read the article and I really don't understand it, but it's probably going to be like where you can pull up, real solid class recommendations, and I like this class, give me classes like this one, or look at what I'm doing, what should I be doing. It's pretty good. You can ask ChatGPT some interesting things, and it'll give you really interesting answers. So, and you might be able to pull up your stats easy if you're into that sort of thing. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people online that just don't like the idea of it at all, and they're like, I'm not participating in that. But a lot of people have like a really negative view of AI, and I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it, because for creators and stuff, like my song thing is a perfect example. I hate that I can do that so easily. And, there's people that do that for a livelihood. And that part I hate about it. And, and I hate, I saw once somebody posted something like, I wish ChatGPT would do my dishes and laundry for me, so I had more time to, write and create, where ChatGPT seems to be really good at creating, and then not, the actual physical labor type stuff. So I don't know. I don't know where it all ends up. I'm kind of kind of hesitant about it, but I think for Peloton purposes, it'll be pretty cool. I use the Whoop band, and they have AI integrated pretty well with their Whoop band.
Mm.
And you can ask all sorts of questions. It's probably Chat GPT too. I don't know, but it's pretty interesting. Do you use a watch or an Apple Watch or a band of any sort at all?
No.
All right, that's cool. Old school.
No. Yes. Old school.
Let's see. Cody is in a new Starbucks ad I saw. And,
cool.
Yeah, so he's promoting one of his. They're starting to do protein drinks at Starbucks.
Yes.
And so he does that. I go to Starbucks every day, Cindy, with my dad, except Sundays when I'm doing the show. But we go every single day, and I don't like coffee, so and it's like an hour trip, but it gets him out of the house and it gets him something to do, and then he loves coffee. He loves it. So
I do too.
It'd be a lot better if are you a Starbucks fan?
I make coffee at home, but if I get it out, I go to Starbucks.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys too that for years and years, my sister loved Starbucks, and she would go, and he would just complain all the time about how much it cost and how it was a waste of money and stuff like that. And now he's totally addicted. So that's my dad for you.
Yeah, but it's good for him to get him out and do something he loves.
Yeah, because he doesn't do anything. I mean, he just barely. It hurts his back to walk very far, and he really doesn't do much. My mother-in-law's the same way. They just sit a lot, and but anyway. Let's see. Peloton may bring form feedback to more class types. So right now in the guide, it'll give you feedback for your weight. Do you have a guide, by the way? Do you use it? I don't either. But the guide, I guess, will give you form feedback and that sort of thing. So they're talking about maybe bringing more, like checking your form on running or yoga or something like that. That would be I guess that would be kind of interesting. I know my yoga, when I do yoga, nobody wants to see my form. I'm not sure there's anything I could do about it,
Well, yoga's hard because it's not every body can do every move. You just have to kind of meet your body where it is and do what you can. So that's
true. And they kind of tell you that when you're doing yoga, it's kind of like you alter this how you see fit. And I do that. I do that a lot. Although, go ahead.
I'm probably the least flexible person I know. I can't touch my toes. My hamstrings are so tight.
Same.
It's stretching is very hard for me. And I try to do it, but it's in yoga, forget about it. I just do the best I can. I like the challenge of it, and I like the slow flows. I'm
the same way. I love slow.
Yes.
If I'm going to do yoga, it's got to be slow flow.
Me too.
What I really like is the restorative yoga. Now, it really feels like you're doing nothing in restorative yoga, but I love it. To me, that's probably my favorite workout on all of Peloton. I'm not even joking. Someone will come in the room and it looks like I'm sleeping.
Yes.
And, but then also for me, that's the good meditation too. I don't know. I get a lot out of it.
If you love that, you should do it.
Yeah, I do. Okay, so let's see what else we got. Maddie has a new Broadway podcast. It's called Drama Club with Maddie. He's a huge Broadway fan.
Oh, nice.
Have you seen many shows since you live so close to New York?
Yeah. We go in, probably a couple times a year. And there was a long while where I would take my mother and my mother-in-law into New York to see a show every year.
Oh, fun.
So that was really fun. I saw a lot of great shows that way.
What was the best show you ever saw on Broadway?
I liked Hamilton the best.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
I've seen it 3 times, and I don't like seeing things again. My second favorite was Wicked. I saw Wicked twice.
Wow.
I don't see ones, shows more than once. I feel like
the Wicked ride then. Have you done the Wicked ride already?
I did. I checked when I saw that post, and I did do it. I probably did it when it first came out.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I love Wicked, but yeah.
Yeah, if I lived up close to where you live, I would be broke because I love theater so much.
Yeah. Well, there's ways to get cheap tickets.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
When Anderson and I were there, we went and saw 2 shows. We saw Book of Mormon
Mm-hmm.
and Sunset Boulevard. And
Oh,
Sunset
nice.
Boulevard blew me away. It
Wow.
was so good. And Nicole Scherzinger, I think that's how you say her name. She
Yes.
won. She won the what are their award? The Tony,
The
not the
Tony.
Tony.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, for Best Actress. And I mean, she really was.
Yeah.
And it was great. I mean, we had pretty good seats, and I paid way too much money,
Yeah.
but in that theater, for especially for that show, any seat would have been good. I mean,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
most of those theaters, they're, from, especially for somebody coming from, the Nashville area, I was surprised at how intimate the theaters were. And,
Yes.
I thought they would just be huge, and they
Yeah.
were big, but they weren't, like our Performing Arts Center in Nashville is way, way bigger.
Yes.
But it's not nearly as intimate, so
Right.
there's just something about seeing a Broadway show if you
Yeah.
have a chance. And I forgot, like, back on, we used to both, do you still Be Real, by the way?
I haven't been.
Yeah, I haven't been. I mean, I do maybe once a week, once every other week. But I remember, like, back when we were both Be Real in a lot, you would go to a lot of shows because
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. You're always going to see shows.
Yeah. The last one we saw we went to see Hell's Kitchen, which is the Alicia Keys musical,
Mm-hmm.
and that was excellent. That
Yeah,
was great.
but I mean, you go to concerts too, and all sorts of stuff.
Mhm.
I'm really impressed with how active you are. Me, if I never had to get in a car again, I would probably be happy. And you're like all over the place. So
I love it. I
yeah,
love getting out and doing stuff.
that's impressive. I love it. I love that you love doing that. I don't like traffic and crowds and all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
that's kind of why I built my little Airbnb world here, because I still get to see people because they come to me. And to me, that's
Nice.
really, really fun.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Peloton Cross Training Tread Plus is now available in Canada. So this is the first time that the Tread Plus has been available out of the country. So, maybe it'll go overseas to England and Australia and Germany and those places. So we'll see, because I mean, it's so big, it's just so massive. So
Mhm.
that's a big step. And on top of that, the Strength Plus app, they say should be coming to other countries and Android next year. So have you tried the Strength Plus app?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people really do. I'd love to see the numbers on that, because when I talk to people, a lot of them, I mean, I'm not sure I've talked to anybody yet that uses it regularly. I tried it, and the last time I tried it, it just didn't seem like a finished product to me.
What does
But
it do?
well, it's more like you can just, it's more like custom workouts and stuff like that. And I think there's probably some AI components in there. And the nicest thing is you can go at your own speed too, which is, sort of nice, when you want to slow down.
For me,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so, it's neat. It's just like the last time I tried it, it was hard to go back in there and change your weights and stuff. And it's a lot for free weights and stuff too, like, if you want to bench press and that sort of thing. So I don't know. I liked it, but I didn't like it enough to continue using it. But people overseas don't even have it. Like,
Mm.
in England, they don't have it. And I guess maybe, I don't know if Canada has it or not. I'm not even sure. So but
Well,
anyway, that's all the
can check
mix
it
this
out.
week, which was really kind of a lot. So
Hmm.
you have anything else, Cindy? What else you got going on?
Not too much. Just keeping busy, trying to stick with my Peloton schedule. Got to
It,
figure out what I want to do on the weekends again. And I wish I could spend more time in the morning. I have such a hard time waking up every day. I'm so
yeah.
tired.
Now, do
So
you Peloton in the morning or do you Peloton in the night?
only in the morning. I
Okay.
got to get it out of the way before
Yeah.
work, because otherwise I'm too tired. I work till 6. So by the time I get home, I really need to have dinner, because I don't want to be eating that late. So, and once I come home and have dinner, I'm not working out after that, really. So
And you probably have like meetings at night too sometimes and
we
stuff.
do. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm the same way. If I don't work out in the morning, like even today, I did a lot of times I'll work out before I prepare for the show and all that. And I just didn't this morning. I kind of slept in, and even though it's a Sunday and there's not much going on, I probably I probably won't get to it. But I worked out hard yesterday, so that's another thing. I can't. I've been running way more, and I'm like you. I gotta be careful not to get injured, and so I gotta be really aware of that. But I love running so much. I wish I could do it every day, and I can't anymore. I can run, walk a lot, but I can't run. Can't do it.
Well, I think you should go for an outdoor hike today.
I should. If I don't, my excuse will be it's kind of rainy right this second.
Oh yeah, well that's not good.
But no, I think that's a really good idea. I've got some hiking boots that I've been wearing, and see, one of the problems too is like when I go walking, and I really enjoy it, but I'll see all the other stuff that needs to be done. Like if we've got like a really long creek and I weed eat out beside it and stuff, and I'm just like, I really should be out doing this as opposed to out walking. So, that's a lot of it as well. But that's just life in the country for you. So thank you so much for joining me today. This has been such a treat to get to meet you. And now I feel like I have a real friend in Connecticut and Cindy Katske. So I think that's fun. So if you ever come to Nashville, you gotta look me up because
sounds good.
We're only about an hour away. So
nice.
Thanks, Cindy, for joining us. I guess I'll let you go. We were only just a little over an hour. We did really good on time today.
Excellent.
Thanks to everybody who came by and watched. Laura Buchanan stopped in and said hi earlier. So
nice.
Hi, Laura. I got to get Laura on the show. She's from Southern California, and she does a Whoop. We have a little Whoop group called Peloton People, and she like crushes every metric. Like with the Whoop, it's sleep, strain, and what is the other thing? I can't remember, but whatever it is, she crushes like all three of the stats almost every week, and I got to figure out how she does that. So anyway, she crushes it.
Have her on the show.
Thank you. I definitely will. Thank you, Cindy. And I hope. Oh, yes. Go ahead.
One more thing. I subscribed to your YouTube.
Oh, good.
I was number 31 the other day.
Thank you. Yeah, that's good. I'll tell people that. So you can come here on this channel. It's Valhalla Farm Life.
Yeah.
Which is our name of our farm. And I post occasionally other videos too, but it's mainly the Peloton People stuff. So come and subscribe. And I have 31 subscribers. So I'm knocking it out of the park. The other day, Anderson sends me a YouTube video of a guy named his name's Speed, and he was doing. You guys got to look this up. It was really interesting. So he's got a new video with him and Tom Brady, and then him doing gymnastics with Suni Lee, and so it's like documentary style. It is so professionally done.
Wow.
And they're both great. He's actually got some real great gymnastics ability. So you got to watch that. Just Google him. But anyway, so I have 31 subscribers. He's got 44 million. I mean, it's just, I'm a little bit behind. I don't know if I can catch him because he's only 20 years old too. Like how does a 20-year-old have that many subscribers? But the guy just has charisma. Like he just oozes charisma. So, but it's good. Go watch it, especially the gymnastics ones. My favorite line in there was, and I won't ruin the context or anything, but he said something like, "Oh, I got bit by a monkey in Turkey," and I just thought that was the strength. And he just says it just like off the cuff, and it was really funny. So anyway, well, thanks again, Cindy. Everybody, so subscribe. So maybe. One person out there subscribe so I get to 32 by next week. That would be awesome. And I'll try to do some new content maybe it's one of these days if I can ever find some time. And let's see. I guess that's about it right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.